So the show Alone, if you don't know what it is, you need to watch this show. You need to go check it out. If you like, if you like reality TV, if you like survival, you like raw stuff, this show is got all that. Like, put it this way. If you like Survivor is like nothing compared to what this show is. I'm going to read this article here. This is just kind of going to go through. This is screenrant.com. And obviously all they do is talk about shows and movies and stuff. Sorry, I got the gassies. I drink too much of that bubbly stuff. This is entitled 13 Things to Know About Competing on Alone. So I was just going to go through basically the gist of the show. I'll scroll through. I won't read everything of this article. It's a bit long, but here we go. So Alone is a reality competition show that isolates 10 contestants in the wilderness, and the last survivalist to tap out wins a $500,000 cash prize. But there's more to know about this excellent reality TV show. Tell me what you really think. As one of the best survival reality TV shows, the highly ranked History Channel series makes for some binge-worthy suspense drama and a few laughs. Alone can be streamed on Netflix, Hulu, DirecTV, History, and more. The History Channel struck gold with the reality survival series similar to Survivor. With 9 seasons under the show's belt, survivalists put their nature skills to the test and attempt to live in the wilderness for up to a year. The last one standing not only proved that they were the strongest alone, but they also walked away with $500,000. After filming in Patagonia, Great Slave Lake, and Chilco Lake, among others, one is Vancouver Island also, for my Canadian friends watching, there's Alone behind-the-scenes magic that fans of the series deserve to know. So they go through boot camp, apparently, before they get on the show. So after going through many applications submitted before each season, the Cinemaholic shared that the makers of Alone selected 20 potential contestants to attend a boot camp. The boot camp does not occur in the same area where the following season is filmed, and this is no sneak preview for contestants. Instead, hired survival experts will take the contestants through various tasks and tests and evaluate their physical and mental skills, weaknesses in an isolated, wild context. So then, obviously, they go through and cut whoever they don't think would make it. Which is funny, because if you watch the show, you'll see that some people really just do not make it really quickly. So, how the contestants on Alone go to the bathroom. This is kind of funny. We don't need to cover that. They obviously just dig a hole. Thousands of hours of footage is cut after Alone. So yeah, if you're watching the show, you'll see that. So the gist of it is people that are on the show, they're under contract to use camera footage provided by the producers to film themselves. They have to set up tripods and things like that. So they catch literally thousands of hours of video, and then they obviously go through it and edit and whatever. So a ton of it must end or does end up on the chop or the cutting room floor, right? So Alone has his own medical team. Yeah. So obviously with a show like this, they have a medical team. If somebody needs medical attention, they can use a phone that they're giving. That's how they're able to tap out on the show. They just make a call and they say, I'm tapping out, and then they're rescued. Which is the funny thing about it is sometimes they're not rescued very quickly. Sometimes it takes some time. So there's that to take into account for. It's not like somebody's just running from behind a camera and saving them. Sometimes it takes hours. I mean, I've seen it take I think it was upwards of like 6-7 hours to come get them. Okay, so I read that. There's massive competition for being selected. So obviously, when a show gets popular like this, of course they're going to have tons of people they're going to apply for the show, and then they're going to have to try and get the best, because you don't want to get 10 schlubs out there that the show only lasts a week. You got to try and make this last as long as possible. Contestants are not as... Oh, here's one of the criticisms. It says contestants are not as far away from civilization as viewers think. I'm going to read this part. It says, according to numerous savvy viewers, Alone's contestants are sometimes sent to destinations near civilization. For instance, the Woodtrekker blog pointed out that every contestant was an hour's walk from a road or town in one season. Potential contestants can take this in several ways. They may find it comforting that civilization is so close by, or they might be annoyed that the remoteness of the experience is somewhat artificial, creating the fake reality show. Nonetheless, viewers have not seen a contestant make their way to civilization. So, yeah, it doesn't matter if it's an hour away or not. If you're not utilizing it, who gives a shit? It could be 10 minutes away. It doesn't really matter. It's the same difference. They say some of the biggest moments may not be shown. Obviously, they're gonna have to cut a lot of this stuff, but when they finish the season, they'll show some cut scenes, which is kind of cool. But the mental training. Yeah, so they say past winners say mental training is just as valuable as physical training. Of course, anybody who knows any kind of isolation, it's just as much mental as it is physical. You're gonna go a little crazy in the mind before even you start to break down physically, right? But safety items are given to contestants in case of emergency on loan. So they give them a med kit, and obviously they can do their own, sort of repairs on themselves. In one season, I was watching somebody was utilizing that case quite a bit, but it's funny that it's kind of like a criticism of it. True survivalists would say, why are they doing that? It is a show, and there is liability. So obviously they have to do that. They have to protect these people. They do periodic, I think it's weekly health checks on them where they're checking their weight and all that kind of stuff. Of course. Imagine you go, you just leave them for 3 months and then find out one's dead. That's not going to go very well. So obviously that's how it has to go. Some items aren't allowed on Alone. I'm going to read this. Some of the show's detractors have poked fun at Alone for the considerable number of tools and utilities that contestants are allowed to take on the show. Regardless of the tools, it is worth noting how difficult the depicted experiences are, and that many permitted items are administered purely for safety precautions. One of the BTS secrets about one of History Channel's best shows is that there is a list of approximately 30 items, such as sunscreen, chapstick, beauty products, decoys, and mosquito repellent that aren't allowed on the show. Contestants are on Alone expect to lose weight. Yeah, so if you're out there surviving for a number of weeks, months, whatever, you're going to lose some weight. You're not eating the same. For average male, you have taken like 2,500 calories just to maintain your weight. That's going to be a lot of fish or whatever else you're eating out there, right? So the one guy that I shouldn't read this because spoiler alert. So the first season winner, he lost 60 pounds. Someone else in another season lost over 70 pounds. So it's pretty intense. And obviously sleep is key on Alone. So I can't recommend enough watching this show. This show it's pretty cool. If you like reality TV, this show is true reality TV. This is not Survivor out of the box. This is, not where somebody's, they're working cameras 5 feet away from you. This is total isolation. These guys and gals, they're out there really surviving. And some of them, I'll tell you, man, some of them are just incredible what they're able to do. So, take a gander at this show. Let me know what you think in the comments.